Enugu senatorial aspirant Dr. SKC Ogbonnia of the Nigeria Democratic Congress (NDC) has weighed in on Nigeria's political landscape, addressing upcoming by-elections, party discipline, and the need for what he describes as a democratic revolution. Ogbonnia urged voters to carefully evaluate candidates based on experience, character, and commitment to democratic values. On the broader issue of governance, the aspirant emphasized the need to rethink the concept of freedom in Nigeria, drawing comparisons with the United States. He urged that while Nigeria practices what is called negative freedom, the country must shift toward positive freedom, one that promotes order, accountability, and national development. According to him, excessive political defections are weakening opposition parties and undermining democracy. And he also criticized the imbalance in Nigeria's political system, warning that a weakened opposition threatens effective checks and balances in governance. He supported internal party regulations that restrict elected officials from switching parties without relinquishing their positions, insisting that mandates belong to the political parties, not individuals.
Most of Nigerians' freedoms are negative freedom. Any country, in any place where anything goes nowhere. That's the type of freedom we have. For if NDC decides tomorrow to set some internal restriction within the party, that should be accommodated. After all, if you believe in total freedom, well, let's keep running the red light. Slap anybody you see on the street, that's freedom. So what is important? A freedom that can help our country. What amazes me is that politicians, even those who are in power, will keep talking about opposition is important, opposition is important, opposition is the symbol of democracy. But look at this. How can we have a strong opposition party when you are aiding a system that is going to make the opposition weak? So if people have become so nomadic and moving from one party to another, how can that strengthen opposition? So if NDC, within its framework, decides to set some restrictions so that people will not be jumping from one party to another, they should be commended. They should be commended. That's the right way to go.
On electoral reforms, Dr. Ogbonnia acknowledged existing challenges within the Electoral Act, but stressed the importance of protecting votes in future elections. He assured Nigerians that the irregularities witnessed in previous elections would not be tolerated again, describing upcoming polls as a contest between the people and the ruling system.
What happened in 2023 will not happen again. This election is people versus the government in power. So don't expect that what happened in 2023 is going to happen. Like what happened in Rivers State, where one man had to just take over everything and keep making the type of stuff he did there. It's not going to happen again. You're going to see people rise up if they did what they did in 2023. And that's why people like us are involved now.
He also condemned the late deregistration of political parties, calling it unfair to candidates who had already invested time and resources into the electoral process.
You can't go ahead and start registering parties this far in the game. Why didn't the INEC or whoever is involved not have done all this before people went and bought funds, like engaged in primaries, and like the case of the guy from Osun State, Adeleke. It's almost about to go into his election. Boom, you are trying to deregister his party. That's fraudulent.
Reaffirming his ambition to serve, the aspirant stated that if elected into the Senate, he would champion electoral integrity and democratic reforms. He expressed optimism that alongside like-minded lawmakers, Nigeria would witness a new era of political transformation.
With people like me in the Senate, it's going to be a democratic revolution that can set this country free. So expect with myself the likes of P2B Kwankwaso and other great senators that could emerge in this dispensation. We're going to set Nigeria free.